Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life After Happiness. Today, I have my co-host, Barbara, here with me. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody. How are you, Johnnie?
Hi. I'm doing good. You know, I'm losing weight, and I'm drinking more water because I want to get prepared for for when I'm finally going to meet you, which is going to be really, really interesting. Everybody's been, sort of asking me, like, are you excited and everything? And it's just nice that we're finally going to meet in person,
Well, let's talk about your weight loss. I'd like to know how you already lost weight. I mean, that's amazing, Johnnie, because some people say they're going to and then they can't. How many?
I went up to 15.
You already lost 15 pounds?
Yes.
In how long?
Well, there's this banana diet that I started, and what I did was I did this yesterday. Started doing it yesterday. My mom has like a lot of bottled water, so what I did was I would set a timer that was an hour, and every hour I would drink up some bottled water. Drink a bottle of bottled water. And then I figured because I've heard that. What?
Everybody should do that. I want to do that. I'm going to set my hour timer for water because then you just remember. Otherwise, you go through the whole day and you realize, wow, I only had one glass of water. That's not enough.
Well, that's what I did. Yeah, it's like every hour I would drink a bottle of water down.
Wow, good for you.
And that
Wait,
way,
Johnnie, I have a question before you move on to that. Wait, I have a question. So, can you tell us about the banana diet? Because I find it so interesting. Do you only eat bananas, or is there something else?
No. You eat bananas for breakfast. You eat about one or two bananas for breakfast. And what that does is it cuts down your appetite for the rest of the day. And then, for lunch and dinner, you eat lean cuisines, Weight Watchers meals, and everything. And it's a combination of that, and it's a combination of the fact that I've been going for walks when it's not raining. And I've been sort of mentally, thinking, counting down the days, because it's a big deal. I mean, we put a lot of energy into this partnership, you and I, and it's going to be so interesting when you pick me up at the airport, it's going to be like, whoa, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, it really is. It's going to be interesting.
I guess, how have you been? Have you been okay?
Yeah, I've been absolutely fantastic. I love working, and I have been working away, and I have just been enjoying my life. I do not have anything new to report to you right now.
Right. I mean, it's just...
So I have more questions
amazing.
for you, if you don't mind.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay. So do you have to eat lean cuisine, or can you just prepare something that is just from your own kitchen?
To be honest, I mean, lean cuisine, I'm eating it because it's low calories. I couldn't find, there is a banana diet online, and they will tell you, like, what to eat. Google banana diet, and it has to do with the fact that the bananas in the morning kind of fill you up. So, when you go to lunch and dinner, you're not as hungry. And
who made this diet up? I got that part.
What?
I got that part. I already heard you tell us that about 2 bananas will fill you up until lunch. Who thought this diet up? Who does this come from?
Well,
how did you hear about this diet?
It was in a magazine. See, what had happened was that about a few this is the second time I did the diet, but the first time I did the diet, I had hit a high with how much I was weighing. And this recently one, and then I used the diet to get down. And then this recent time, I did the high again. I had gotten to the most that I'd ever weighed. So I thought, I really don't want to be in California feeling bad every time I ate. I didn't want to do that. So I wanted to be able to have, to be more relaxed with what I eat. Like if we have like a barbecue or something, you were talking about barbecues. I wanted to make sure that I lost some weight by the time I got there. So I went looking for diets, and I figured the banana diet had worked well. And basically what I did, my philosophy when I go through diets is instead of like trying to lose a lot of weight, just try to lose a pound at a time, and that's
well, you are not going to be able to lose more than 3 pounds per week. 1 to 3 per week is healthy. So you lost 15 pounds already, meaning you've been at it for a while. You're not going to lose 15 pounds in 1 week or even 2 weeks. It takes time. So you must have been trying for a while.
Well, yeah, it was in the beginning. I was losing like a pound a day, but then I plateaued is what happened. And it's just that, I think another reason I was going to lose weight was because I had no energy. I was always tired, and I thought, I don't want to be in California like this. So like my blood pressure, after like recently a lot of good things have happened, like my blood pressure was now down to 117/71, which is great. And
good.
What I do is I go for walks at to the Tom Thumb, but I don't go into the Tom Thumb because there'd be no point in it. I mean, one, I'm saving my money for California. That's the place where I would go sometimes. The place where you go to get lottery tickets and food.
Oh, it's a convenience store? Okay.
Yeah. But I haven't been going in for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to gain weight, and two, I want to save money, so I haven't been buying lottery tickets. But the thing is that I've been mentally getting ready. I don't know if you're doing any mentally preparing of the trip of me going down there at all, but if you're doing any mentally preparing of for my trip down there, but
I'm not sure about what I would have to mentally prepare for. Tell me about your mental preparation.
Well, like for example, we talked about the photo shoot, and I'm trying to think of what would be a good theme. The only thing I can think of is that one idea that I have is that I wear something waiterish.
Okay, well, you put that outfit together. It's not going to be hard. You need a white shirt and black pants, basically, and we'll get you a platter to carry around with 2 champagne glasses. And then you're a waiter. It's the easiest outfit to get together. You're done. Okay. Mental preparation completed.
Now, of course, we have to dress you like the queen.
Yeah, but that's all fun. That's all so much fun. Yeah. Okay, so I'm detecting a little bit of, I don't know about anxiety, but a little nerves. You want to be just right. You're going to be meeting a lot of people that you've interviewed on the show, like Playboy Playmates. That can make a guy a little nervous. Are you a little nervous to meet all these lovely ladies?
It's funny because let me tell you something. I said this to myself a while ago. I said, this is when you suggested the Playmate series, and it wasn't just the Playmate series. It was just, friends. I thought, why would I say no to the Playmate series? I mean, first of all, they're her friends. And secondly, if I don't...
Well, I don't know why. I never asked you if you would say why. I mean, you got to tell the audience. It's okay. when you just said that, now everybody's thinking that I asked you, can I have Playboy Playmates on? That wasn't how it went down. I just assumed everybody would love Playboy Playmates because, I mean, it's
you're right.
in the world, Playboy. But no,
what I'm trying to say
ladies
is that was
jealous.
Yes,
Not
yes. And the point I'm trying to get at is why I stood up for you is because one, if I can't respect your friends, then how much respect am I going to get? Should I expect from you? I mean, I need to treat your friends with respect. And I thought, because one day, I mean, I'm going to be meeting these people. I mean, and a lot of them have become my friends. Like Elkie is a friend of mine now, and Christine Richters is a friend of mine. What?
Okay. But you already knew her before me. Give your own self credit for that one.
No, I didn't know her.
Christine Richters, I thought you had her on before I worked for you.
That's true. That's true. But Elkie, I mean, I'm friends now, and I have to do, it has to be sort of, I mean, and I'm looking forward to meeting her because of the fact that you have said that, she always, whenever Elkie talks about you, she always says wonderful things. She always says, it's like, yes, we are friends. There's Rack.
Okay, Johnnie, tell us the real reason. Okay, you want to meet her because she says nice things about me, or you want to meet her because, give us the real answer.
Okay,
That's
well, the real answer is that I am attracted to Elkie. I am attracted to Elkie Jensen. That's true. I have a little bit of crush on Elkie Jensen. Yes, Elkie Jensen. And
okay, well,
and she knows how.
Then go for it.
She knows how. I know. I mean,
okay, anyway.
She really does. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Whenever she's on the show, I turn into a giddy little schoolboy. So
yeah.
I mean, you're going to have, I don't know if you got this message, but I ordered your present and Elkie's present, and I'm going to give it to the both of you when I see you. The birthday present for both of your birthday presents.
Thank you, Johnnie. I didn't know that you were going to bring us presents. That's very nice. You're thinking ahead.
Yeah.
But you're going to be here for my birthday, which is August 21st.
That's why. Yeah. See, I'll be there, and I'll give it to you and Elkie at the exact same time, and so that you can both I pride in myself. Priscilla probably doesn't remember this, but I did talk to Priscilla, and I said, Priscilla, does your mom have this? And she goes, no, she doesn't. So it's going to be great to see the both of you for the first time. Let
me ask you something, please. Okay. Let me ask you a question, please? All right.
Go ahead.
Have you ever been in a limousine? You're going to on my birthday, and it's not just any limousine. It is a Rolls-Royce Phantom extra long, brand spanking new. It's going to be right out in front of my door, taking us to my birthday party. And I invited Elkie to ride along as well.
Aww. Oh, that's great.
So, it's going to be an experience for you, Johnnie. I remember I was living in Nashville, Tennessee, and I had my first limo experience, and it is something special. It really is. It is a special thing. It's a great event. That's why they have them, because they're special for special occasions. So we have that, and then I have a big party somebody is throwing for me, and it's going to be where the horse racetrack is. It's going to be there.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Who's throwing it for you?
Yeah, I deserve it. My friend Bert Tabor, who I will be working with this football season for the awesome tailgate parties we're going to be throwing. There's the new SoFi
Now,
Stadium, which is exciting.
Have we ever interviewed him?
No, we have not yet.
Okay.
It's a good idea, though. There's a lot going on,
yeah.
and it's great because COVID is dying down and things are opening up, and I had the worst 2 birthdays. Oh, my gosh. No, maybe it was just the worst one last birthday because I couldn't have a big party, because nobody was having big parties. I mean, they were really frowning down upon large gatherings.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you didn't remember that? Everybody would frown upon it if they see somebody out.
I remember COVID being, I remember COVID. I wanted to ask you, have you made an appointment to get vaccinated yet?
How do you know I'm not fully vaccinated? That's nobody's business. That's nobody's business. Maybe I have ideas that I don't want to share. Maybe that's nobody's business because it's my health.
Okay. My apologies. I didn't know.
I don't want to hear anything. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't want to hear anything from anybody about it. And why are all these people who've been vaccinated, why are they so worried about others that have not been? Isn't vaccine supposed to protect them from everything? And they're still all so worried, and they still are asking all these questions.
Okay. I apologize.
Aren't they
Aren't
they protected?
Well, they're protected, but I just
tell me. Why are you
I
asking then if you're protected? Why do you care?
Well, I just thought that maybe you would that you would be open to talking about, but if you're not, I'm not going to force you to. I apologize, Barbara. Okay?
Not when people are saying things like, oh, if they're not doing it, they're stupid idiots and things like that. Why would I want to open a can of worms like that up?
Okay, you're right. Well, in a way,
and
you're
if
right.
I have been, it's nobody's business. I just don't think it's anybody's business.
You're right. When you really think about it, you're opening up a can of worms either way. I mean, if you tell people that you didn't, then you get lectured. And if you tell people that they did, and then they get lectured for putting things in your body.
Exactly.
So you're right.
Now, you got it, and that's exactly how I feel. And just because I have taken this stance of not wanting to talk about it doesn't necessarily mean that I have not gotten it. See? Keep them guessing.
I got you. It's funny. I was so funny. I mean, did you see the video? You saw the video of my birthday when I blew out the candles, right?
Oh yeah, that was adorable.
Well, what was so funny, what's so interesting, and I don't know if you noticed this or not, but in the background, and I thought this was very sweet. It's very rare that this will happen, but it's very sweet. My autistic nephew, the one who isn't even verbal, was singing.
I think I did notice that. That's so sweet. You have a loving family.
You could tell it was, there have been a couple of times when, we've sang happy birthday, when he'll do it, he'll just be, it sort of forces it out of him. But,
really? That's so cute.
Like
you
one
guys
time
just act like he's not doing something different, or do you laugh? I want to know. Maybe he doesn't like to be really laughed at.
Say a whole lot about it. You have to understand something, okay? He tends to, I mean, it's sort of like if you say, okay, Alex, it's time for you to say this, and then he'll say it. But he won't say it on his own. It's very rare that he'll say something on his own. I'll tell you about one time that he said that was really sweet that he said it on his own. If you walk up to him and you're in the room with him, it'll be like, door, meaning leave. He wants you to leave him alone. But one time I left him alone. I know. It's just one of those things. He doesn't like being around a lot of people. Yeah. But one time I walked up to him and I gave him a hug. And then, because see, the thing is that my grandfather, my father and my grandfather are Cuban. They're Spanish. They're from Spanish, So what happened
cool.
was that as I give him a hug, he went, beso, beso. You know what that is in Spanish,
I
right?
didn't get that. Bets off or
Okay.
hands off?
Beso, beso.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Beso means kiss.
Oh, in Spanish. Okay, I got it.
Yes, it means
Cool.
kiss.
You know
and
Spanish.
what happened was that so I gave him a kiss, and then he went, I want my privacy. So he really kind of, it was sweet that he did that. He knew. I think what I liked about that was that he met me halfway. It wasn't. He really is, an interesting person because, like, he will. And obviously, I have thought about what would happen if Barbara were visiting or something. Barbara was Helke visiting, and he did this. He has been known to want to go out swimming. So what he does is, and he's autistic, so he doesn't know. He will come downstairs completely naked, wanting his bathing suit.
Not even with underwear on?
What?
Not even with underwear on?
Not even with underwear. He just wants his bathing suit.
What
so
if I was there?
I'm thinking,
would he know not to do that?
That would be a horror show. That would be a horror show.
But
yes.
would he
It's
know?
entirely
He
possible.
wouldn't know the difference.
Exactly, and it's just that I'd be thinking in my mind. It was like, okay, two Playboy playmates are in the kitchen, and
I know, Johnny. That would be. I would just have to look away. What would your mother do? Would she just usher him back upstairs?
Well, they deal with it the best way that they can. I mean, he can actually do some pretty sweet things. I mean, I told you about the time he was missing, right?
I don't know. The time that he was visiting, they could be
missing,
anything. That's a pretty
missing.
broad question for me right there.
No, you heard visiting, missing. He was missing.
When you were missing. No, I don't remember.
Okay. What happened was that he went missing, and the scary part is, as being a mom, you can understand this. Chrissy thought somebody in a car picked him up. So I know.
He must have been frantic.
It's worse. Oh God, Chrissy was beside herself. She was crying. They found him literally an hour or less than an hour time, but by then they had drones looking for him and policemen looking for him and
wow.
Well, see, it's sad. It would be one thing even though it'd be horrible if Priscilla was missing, because Priscilla could at least talk.
Please don't put that in the universe. I can't even talk like that.
Okay. I won't.
God, why did you do that? Why'd you say that? God.
Sorry. Sorry
in my
about
mind.
that. Sorry.
I don't want that in my mind. It's not going to happen.
Okay, it's not in your mind.
It's not going to happen.
Okay. It's not going to happen. Okay.
Wow.
But what I'm trying to say is that I'm sorry, Barbara. Sorry. I bit my tongue.
You saw, you witnessed how freaked out your sister was. A mother does not even want to put that in the universe. They don't want that at all in the universe. After you make your point, we're going to change the subject back to our topic, if you don't mind. Because I didn't know our topic was autism today.
I'm sorry, Barbara. I'm really, really sorry. Okay? Your daughter is beautiful. She's going to do wonderful things. Let's go back to the topic. But anyway, I will tell you this: my nephew Van is kind of curious about the trip. He said that, Uncle Johnny is going to do a photo shoot. And
I know, and you asked if he could come along, and I said no, he cannot. He cannot come.
Well, actually,
sorry,
he hasn't
no.
He hasn't asked to come along this time, but I have a feeling that, see, what it is he loves going to Georgia, and I think, honestly, that the truth, I think he gets jealous with people who get, whenever he hears of somebody going on an airplane, he gets real jealous of it because...
Well, too bad. He's going to have to feel jealousy feelings then. And he's got to not be babied. If he was around me, I wouldn't baby him.
No. Well, don't worry about him because, first of all, he's getting a trip as a present from his parents. So that's why he hasn't asked to come along this time.
Why? If he didn't get a trip just because you got a trip, what would he act like? I mean, he'd probably forget about it in 5 minutes. But now the parents are going to have to buy him a trip just because he gets jealous?
No. My parents are buying him a trip. His parents,
right.
My sister and my brother-in-law are buying him a trip.
Right. The parents are buying him a trip because he isn't going to go on your trip?
No, it just has to do, that's actually nothing to do with it. I mean, although
I guess I'm more of a test parent.
Yeah, they just want to do something nice for him, Van is growing up too. Van is sort of, he always runs around in his underwear. He always, he'll be staring into he stares at his iPad, he does that all the time. And, you talk to him, probably what would happen is that if you met him, Alex would ignore you, and then Van's face would be staring at the iPad, and he'd be like, hello,
Well, maybe you're going to miss the way you're talking. Maybe you're not going to be able to handle being away from them.
No, because they live with my sister.
So much.
They live with my sister. No, I can handle it. But actually, I will tell you this though. I have a feeling that one thing that my nephew does, and he's about 20 or something. Whenever he sees a really, really beautiful woman, he kind of, this is what Van does. He does lose it a little bit. Like, he thinks that they're beautiful. So I have a feeling that, if he saw you, he would probably compliment you to death. That's what he would do. He would say, that's what he would do. Probably is compliment you to death. Same thing with Elkie. Compliment you to death.
Well, at least he knows enough to be nice like that. That's nice. That's really nice.
He probably would look at if we saw a bunch of playmates, he probably would say, boy, you're all good dressers.
Oh, let me ask you, have you met a playmate before, Johnnie, in real life?
No, I have not.
Are you nervous about it?
Not really, no. No, I haven't met. I've met Penis Pets before in real life, but I've never met. How many? Just 2. I met 2.
Did they come out
and
there?
No, I came out to see them, but it was just that I think that it's, what's so funny is how people seem to forget how much of the girl next door playmates really are. It's like I've heard so many people say, well, wait a minute. You're a she's a Playboy playmate. She probably doesn't have. And it's like, but then, the whole idea behind the Playboy playmate is that you are the girl next door.
Well, you're starting to say she doesn't have what?
Well, let me explain. My mom has given me advice on the trip, and she always says to me, she goes, now, son, when you go out to California, you remember that a lot of these people have different experiences than you. And I'm like, which is translation for it. I'm like, well, actually, I would think they would have a lot. I didn't say this, but I was thinking actually they would think they'd have a lot in common because they're all the girl next door, So
I don't know, because when you talk and you explain things, it's kind of like you're making us guess what the heck you're trying to say. I mean,
I'm
the
sorry.
sentence is just empty. It's not a finished sentence. Like your mom is saying, and then you say, I have to explain it, but I'm still not understanding what she was trying to tell you. Can you just say it?
I mean,
just
I
say
think
it.
she thought
You didn't say
Mom
it. Your mom did.
gets
Just tell us
worried.
what she thinks about a playmate. That's all I want to know.
Well, what it is that she's worried that my lack of social etiquette might cause problems and then with all of you. And I'm thinking,
well, what do you mean?
I mean,
what do you do wrong? What do you do wrong?
I don't know either. I don't know either. The only thing I'm thinking of is how I eat. But the thing is that.
That's a big one.
The thing
how do you
that
eat?
I don't.
Tell us how you eat.
Well, I tend to put my face into the food and I shovel it in my mouth.
Why?
But
then don't do it. Don't do that. I mean, you're on a diet. You don't want to be shoveling anything at this point.
Yeah. Well, when
I
I
you
go
should
out
stay
to
on your
see
diet
you,
all the
I won't
time.
be
I
on
do.
a diet, but when I go out to see you, I won't be on a diet. But I
but
think
then you'll gain all your weight back. Is that worth it? Just
that's
to taste
fine.
something good? You can still taste something good, but you don't have to stuff yourself.
Yeah, this diet is for leading up to the trip, not when I'm on it.
But
so.
if you change your mind, I'll just make sure there's a lot of bananas around. Okay.
Okay. I mean, it's so
day,
funny.
Right?
I mean, I'm actually looking forward to meeting your daughter. That's gonna be. She's always been, fun to talk to, and she loves a lot of the things that we do on the show. And
like the card reading, the psychic card reading, the psychic stuff.
I mean, I like it. It's like I make your daughter feel like.
In the last 3 years, has it been 2 or 3 years I've been doing the show? Just think, if they're, 14 now, every year they change so much. I don't see that she's that interested in the cards anymore or the psychic stuff anymore. It was a phase that she was going through.
Well, what is she interested in now?
Hanging out with friends, fashion, makeup, reading, games, technology. Yeah.
Is she a Star Trek fan, a Star Wars fan?
No. Nope. I mean, isn't that like something old? When was the latest Star movie?
Well, I mean, there's always series. There's a lot of series coming out. There's a lot of movies coming out.
No, she loves Rick and Morty, though.
Rick and
Let me ask her.
Morty.
Priscilla, what are your other favorite shows besides Rick and Morty?
I'm not sure. I like cartoons.
He asked if you liked Star Trek.
No, I do not like Star Trek.
Because I thought that would be more like my generation when I was in elementary school, Star Trek. She's like, oh. Are you there, Johnny? Oh.
Yeah, but what's Rick and Morty about?
Oh, Rick and Morty is an adult cartoon. It's an animated cartoon. It's super funny with adult innuendos. It's so funny. It's about this family, and the grandpa is a scientist, and he pulls his grandson out of school without the parents knowing all the time to go on these missions that are absolutely crazy. And then there's the mom and the dad that get after the grandpa, and there is a sister as well. And it's just funny. Oh my gosh, I love that show too.
Huh.
Try it out.
I think I know what Rick and Morty is. If Priscilla ever meets my nephew Ryan, they'll get along great. I think he likes that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does. All the kids like it. It's super funny. So I love the summer, too, and I've always been so happy that my birthday's in the summer, and I always get in great shape for my birthday. So you got to be ready for a bikini in the summer, ready for my birthday in the summer, and it's just good. But then I also get in shape for my Halloween costume, so that works for my fall. And then I like to be in shape for my Christmas outfit, so that works for the winter. You got to have goals. And even if it seems silly, maybe it seems silly to other people, but not
Halloween?
you. Whatever
what
works.
Halloween? What do you wear for your
Halloween
costume?
Oh, I've had the best costumes, and they're always the sexy type. And you cannot wear the sexy type of costumes if you're not in good shape. I mean, these things are skimpy. The last one, I was just going to be a cowboy. I went to the sexy store, and I took home this costume. And Priscilla goes, "Oh, Mom, you're going to be Woody."
Let me ask
you know
this.
who Woody is, right?
Yes,
Tell
I
me
know who Woody
is, because maybe the audience doesn't.
Woody is
we have
in
to
Toy
let
Store.
Them know.
It's
right.
Is in Toy Store.
It was the Woody outfit, and I didn't even know. I thought it was just going to be a cowboy, and I thought, oh, this is cute. You never find cowboy outfits that have all these great colors, like yellow and the cow print in the yellow blouse and all that. It was so funny, and I was even more happy about my outfit when I realized I was going to be Woody.
Let me ask you this. What does Elkie usually wear on Halloween?
She's been a cat. She's been a cat before, and she's been a cowboy, too, but she had a sequin silver cowboy hat on and a very tight cat suit on. So it's kind of like we just make it our own. Playboy used to have the best. I mean, Hugh Hefner used to have the best Halloween party every year.
Mm.
And there you would want to dress really. See, I've done all kinds of things. I was a bumblebee, and I would even dress up Priscilla perfectly. She got number 1, ages 1 through 12 at her gymnastics camp. She took first place as Tinkerbell, and she was only 4 years old. She walked the runway, and she won.
Wow.
It was so funny, too, because at the end of the runway, she did a little turn, and she fell off the runway. But since it was the gymnastics place, there was pads everywhere, and it was hilarious. She won a very big prize.
Does Priscilla still do things for Halloween?
I think last year was the first year that she was not into it. We went trick-or-treating down here. I chose right around the corner, a very nice big homes. I just think, okay, big homes, they're going to have big candy. They're going to have great candy. And then she's like, I'm not so into this anymore. And she just wanted to stop. She didn't care. And so next year, I think, or this coming Halloween, she's just going to hang out with friends. That's what they like to do. They don't want to go trick-or-treating with their mom after a certain age. She's 14 now, you know?
Right. It's a miracle.
I love Halloween, and Halloween was or is, I mean, however you want to say it. My mom has passed away, but Halloween was my mom's birthday.
She was born on October 31st?
That's right.
Oh. My sister
Her mom was trick-or-treating with her older sister, and she went into labor, and she was a Halloween baby.
Her mom went into labor. Your mom went into...
Okay,
Her mom
my mother's mother was trick-or-treating with my mother's older sister, and she went into labor, and then she had my mom on Halloween night. Okay. And the sister had to stop trick-or-treating, and she wasn't happy about it.
I see.
You get that? Mhm.
I think so.
Okay. My mom was not born yet. She was in the belly of my grandma.
Right.
My grandma, Dorothy, was trick-or-treating with her kid, Donna. She was pregnant. She was ready to pop. She went into labor. They took her to the hospital, and she had my mom.
I see.
Got it. You got it now.
Got it. I think so. And
Tell me. Repeat
yeah,
it. Tell me what happened.
Okay, your mom was in your grandmother, and she was going trick-or-treating with your sister, with your mom's older sister.
Not my sister, because I was not born yet.
Yes.
My grandma was trick-or-treating with her kid, Donna.
Right.
And she was pregnant. Then what happened? Tell me.
And then she went into labor on Halloween.
Yeah. And who did she have? Who did Dorothy have?
She had your mother.
Yes. Judy Blue Eyes.
Yes.
And that's how it happened.
Jude.
Hey Jude, that's right. So that's how that happened, and it was always special. And do you know that Priscilla was supposed to be born July 4th? That was the due date.
Really? Mm.
Yes, but she came in May. Do you know how early that is? May 12th.
That's early.
She came, and she was supposed to come July 4th. That was so early. That was 7 weeks to the day early. And then she was in the ICU for 7 weeks to the day. And July 4th, I was at Devin DeVasquez home for her 4th of July day party with my mom. Because obviously my mom was in town. You know, the baby was in the hospital and all. So then we took off from Calabasas and rushed to the hospital because they said she's ready to go home. And I was so excited. And then I took her home because she was so early because she was a twin and the twin didn't make it, remember, in childbirth.
Yeah.
And when you are pregnant with twins, you generally do go into premature labor, but that was super early. Like my doctor was so surprised. And he was not even in town. So I had some lady I didn't even know. She didn't know me. And that's how that went down.
How long were you in labor?
Oh, like probably about 13, 14 hours.
So
I mean, a long time, a long, long time.
You were screaming.
And that was the worst part. No, it was just you sleep in between your contractions. It's really strange because just one contraction makes you so tired. You literally could fall asleep for 30 seconds in between them. And that's how it was. It was all night. Then I got to the hospital, and then the contractions went into they had to hold me down. They had to keep my body quiet. They gave me some kind of drug that slowed down. You can't hardly swallow. It slows everything down because they wanted to keep the baby in me longer. It's very important to keep it growing inside, even if it's for an extra day, 2 days. It's vital. But she was not waiting. They were able to keep her in for about a day. And then it just came back to contractions, just kept coming back all night long. I mean, I remember just grabbing the rail of the bed. You know how they have those railings in the hospital beds?
Mm-hmm.
And I would grab it and just squeeze it like hard during the contraction and then fall asleep for 30 seconds. And back up, squeeze it hard. I mean, this happens for 8, 10 hours in a row. I can't even believe what we go through.
I know. It's amazing. I mean, you know, I've heard
It really
the worst pain possible.
Well, if you're going to have the actual delivery through naturally, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have the epidural, it's so easy. I mean, when you have the epidural, But then she did only weigh 3 pounds. You know, I can't speak for the mothers that have 10-pound babies, but it's just fine. I mean, you feel nothing after they give you the epidural.
Well, technology, I think, has helped with a lot with the pain that you're experiencing, you know.
Well, no. They've had that same technology for so many years. They've been doing the epidural for many years. There's nothing really else that they do.
Mm.
They can't give you drugs because then it'll go into the baby's system. So you just have to go through it. But it's worth it because then you have a beautiful bundle of joy. Hopefully.
Mm. Do you remember what was said by the doctor when the baby came out?
Yes, I do. 7:37.
No, I'm not talking about what time. I'm talking about what was said.
Okay, he said 7:37.
Oh, that's what he said? Mm.
Or she said. She was a woman, and she said, when she came out, she said 7:37 because that's what they say. They yell out the time, and I thought, oh, that's totally cool. Why do you think the number 7:37 is so cool, Johnny?
Yeah, wow, it does sound like some kind of an airplane.
Well, it is an airplane, and I thought that was so cool. So it's
actually 747 is an airplane, but 747 is an airplane, but 7 is a
plane too. It is also similar.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, do you want to go ahead and do the shout out?
In a second. I just wanted to have you hear something.
Okay.
We're getting in my new car right now, and I just wanted you to maybe hear me start it up. Everybody gets excited when they get in this thing. Okay, ready?
Okay.
All right, we have Priscilla here with me. Just a minute, please. Just a minute, everybody. Just start her up right now. Sexy vehicle here. All right.
Wow. Sounds loud.
You like that, Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess what kind of car that is?
I don't know.
Oh, really? Don't you just guess?
What kind of car is it?
I'll give you a hint. It's a sports car.
Let's see. I don't even know sports cars. How about, is it Acura?
No. Okay. Yeah, we don't do Acura.
Okay, what is it then?
You guess Acura. Okay, I'm gonna take my AirPods off so Priscilla can hear you for the end of the show. We're gonna make Johnny guess what kind of car this is. All
Ferrari?
Right.
Hi, Johnny.
No, it's not a Ferrari.
Is it a Ferrari?
I said no, but that'll be next.
Okay, what about a
Seatbelt.
let's see, what about let's see here. Trans Am.
No, Trans Am. That is hilarious. We had one of those when I was a kid, though, with the big Firebird, whatever. Was it a bird, some kind of bird on the front? No, it's not a Trans Am. I don't even know anybody who's a Trans Am anymore. That's funny, though, that you guessed that. That is hilarious.
I don't even know the kind of sports cars, to be honest with you. I mean, I would have to say
Google sports cars so you can get some better guess going.
Okay, I'll do that right now. Here we go.
Love going fast. Don't you, baby?
Okay,
Johnnie,
is it a Mustang?
Yes. No.
Yes, it is. A Porsche?
It's not a Mustang. What the hell? I did not buy a Mustang. I had a Mustang before, and this is not a Mustang.
But you said it was a sports car. So I'm looking at a list of sports cars. A Mazda?
No.
Ford Mustang. Okay, sorry, you guessed that.
I just
Dodge
said no, it's not a Mustang, and then you guessed Mustang again. I don't get that.
Corvette?
No, good guess though. I love Corvettes, but it's not a Corvette.
Camaro?
No.
Jaguar?
Yes.
It's a Jaguar.
That's right. I like how you say that too, Johnny boy.
Wow.
Woo!
Wouldn't you,
You hear that? You hear that, Johnny? Oh my God, it's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a coupe. It's black. It's amazing, and I'm having a lot of fun. So why is your seatbelt off? And then I have to hear this beeping constantly. It does that. It beeps if you don't have your seatbelt on. All right, everybody. So we're going to go continue our joyride now, and I want to thank everybody for listening, and enjoy your 4th of July celebration, and be careful. I mean, I've seen some crazy things happen with firecrackers, and we don't want any of you to get hurt. Be careful, be cautious, don't drink and drive, and happy 4th of July. You can hear this show and find all of our other shows on our YouTube channel, Life, Laughter, Happiness YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe while you're there. Also, visit us on Facebook, because we're going to be posting an upcoming special event. We're going to be streaming live with Dale Shear, our world-renowned psychic.
Well, actually, wait a minute. I think,
July 9th.
This is going to be on Blue Jeans, so it won't. It's on Blue Jeans, not on Facebook, though.
I know, but I didn't say that. I said you need to go to Facebook to get the info for our live event. I didn't say it was going to be on Blog Talk Radio. And you'll have everything you need there on our Facebook page. And usually whatever's there, I put on Twitter and Instagram. I try to mix it up a bunch, and we appreciate your feedback. Anything else, Johnny boy?
That's it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we didn't even talk about 4th of July. Do you have any plans? Real quick.
No, not really, no.
Are you going to do sprinklers in the backyard?
No. I mean, we might watch the fireworks, but there's nothing really special. So
that'll be special. I love that. Well, you enjoy it, Johnny, and we will see everybody for our live event. You can see Johnny, you can see me, you're going to be able to see Dale and our guest, Richard, our 92-year-old, I don't know what you would call him, our sidekick or something. He's always funny. So we'll all be there, and we would love to see you there as well.
Okay. All right. Well, good night, everyone.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye, Barbara.
Thank you, Johnny. Good night.